Okay, so what I'm going to teach you now is how to draw hair. So the first thing you have to know is that there are no straight lines in nature. So you don't want to draw straight lines going down. So let's say this is your face. And I'm just going to do something pretty simple here because we're not going to worry about that so much. Okay. Okay, so we have a face. Okay. Put some ears here. I'm leaving the top free. So, hold on, gotta put a little neck there. Shirt. Okay, we're good. Now, remember that your head is round. So anything that follows a round form is itself round. So if I have a round head and I do hair going straight down, well, that's not good because what happens is you flatten everything out by making everything round. What you need to do is make the hair follow the shape of the head, okay? So what we're going to do is first always start with the outline of your hair, okay? And you'll notice that a lot in anime that they have the outlines. Give this poor person some eyebrows. Okay. So for instance, if this person's hair is parted on the side, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find the hairline. That's where the hair meets the forehead. So I'm just going to draw in the hairline. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the top of the head and however that hair goes. Okay? So let's do this. Okay. And let's say it kind of ends in little strands like that. All right? I'm not going to worry about the ends right now. I just want you to kind of see the shape. Okay. Actually, she needs a little more there. Now, some of you will say, well, that's too much. But really, our heads go back. And so the face part that we did was just the face. And we have to always remember that we got a whole skull in there, people. Okay. So the next thing I do, once I do the outside shape of it, is I start separating it into how it's moving. So whenever you draw something that's moving, you always kind of draw in the direction in which it's moving. So for instance, maybe there's some hair tucked here. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate it however the hair is moving. Okay? And I'm not going to draw every strand. I'm going to draw enough strands so that you get a sense of what the hair is doing. You don't really have to do much more than that to give the impression of hair. Okay? So if I was going to fill this, let's give her purple hair. Why not? Okay? I might fill it darker around the edges here. Whoopsie. Let me close that off here. Darker. Oh, it's still not working. Let's try this here. Okay. There we go. So wherever it's behind something, you'll find that the hair is a little darker. So I'm going to darken the hair there. Okay. And then I can lighten it in certain areas and give the impression of light. If this thing actually closed. Let's do that. Yeah, these are the kind of problems that you can have with an iPad, but we're going to work it out. Okay, because I didn't close my edges as well as I should. Okay, so as you can see, the darker color gives the impression that it goes back a little bit, okay? I'll make that a little darker too. And voila, you have hair. You don't need much more than that, all right? So what happens when you want to draw different kinds of hair, okay? So there's different ways of drawing it. Always, 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 always start with your hairline, okay? So let's see what the hairline is here. So the hairline is going to be, so for instance, let's say you have short hair or you have curly hair. So let's say the hairline is going like this, okay? And you have kind of a little bit of a hairstyle that's going out like this, okay? I'm still going to draw the outside shape of the hair, but then I'm going to split it up again. We're not going to do curly hair like that anymore, okay? That's a no. Okay, I'm going to split it up into the shapes that follow the form. okay? And then once you fill it, you'll find that it's going to look like hair. We'll stick with the usual kind of color that we've decided on. And then you have it, okay? You don't need really much more detail than this. If you have hair that is being pulled back, for instance, and I'm going to do one more kind of hair here for you. So if your hair is pulled back in a ponytail or whatever it is, again, do your hairline. And then do the top of your head. And then give the viewer, sorry people, give the viewer enough information that shows that your hair is being pulled back. You see how I do that? By giving enough of these lines here that are going around the edge of your head, okay? And then that'll show, and if you have a little ponytail, you can bring it out here. But if you notice, I always start with the outside shape. And if we're going purple, let's go purple here. Fill that in. And what you're going to have is something that looks like, too much, like hair, okay? So remember, people, you don't have to do every strand, and you want to avoid doing, what you want to avoid doing is this. You don't want to do this anymore, okay? Let me just get all this off here. You don't want to do this, okay? So what you want to do is you really want to start seeing your hair as shapes. And to do that, you really need to look at the size and how the hair is falling on the head, okay? And that's how you do hair. You do bangs, well, bangs also follow the form, all right? So that is a quickie on how to do hair. Bye.